From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Monday, December 3rd, a Newark man may be in trouble after his pickup collided with a train south of Newark. It happened last night around 7 o'clock on Old Baltimore Pike near South Chapel Street. People told police the pickup passed two cars by using the right shoulder to beat the train, but after the collision, the driver was nowhere to be found. Police eventually caught John Durso close to the scene. Police are also suggesting that alcohol was involved. A Wilmington shooting victim remains hospitalized in critical condition, contrary to erroneous reports from police Friday that he had died. Omar Kennard was shot at least once in the head Thursday night on West 4th Street. A police news release Friday stated he had died and the shooting was classified as a homicide. A corrected release late Friday night reported Kennard was still alive, and police apologized for the error. City Communications Director John Rago said officials would continue to try to learn how that mistake happened. Grand jurors are expected today to decide whether to add charges against the New Jersey man accused of shooting two Delaware State University students. Lawyer Braden already faces charges of attempted murder, assault, reckless endangerment, and gun crime in the shooting, but one of the two students who were wounded in the shooting died a month later. The grand jury could indict Braden on a murder charge. The 18-year-old remains held on $192,000 cash bond. Coming up, a local school is honored nationally. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
A Delaware State University professor says Delaware is facing an AIDS crisis in its prisons. According to the Department of Justice, the rate of AIDS deaths in prison in Delaware is higher than any other state. Dr. Lee Streetman interviewed more than a dozen current and former inmates to learn more about the prison AIDS problem. He says drug use is high among inmates, and dirty needles can transmit the HIV virus. Ex-prisoners admitted that they use drugs and have unprotected sex. Streetman says AIDS becomes a threat to the entire community when infected inmates are released. He wants the state to provide more AIDS education for prisoners. The Wesley College community is saying goodbye to outgoing President Dr. Scott Miller. Dignitaries, loved ones, and colleagues gathered yesterday in Dover for a farewell ceremony. Miller was presented with a plaque officially naming him President Emeritus, the highest honor awarded by the college. Miller is leaving to become president at Bethany College in West Virginia. He served as Wesley's president for the past 10 years. During Miller's tenure at Wesley, enrollment more than tripled from slightly more than 1,000 students to more than 3,300. A local elementary school gets national recognition for helping to close achievement gaps and help students from disadvantaged backgrounds improve their performance. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
UD and the Concord High School Marching Band were on hand Friday to celebrate with students and staff at the Lancashire Elementary School. Lancashire joins just 286 other schools around the country in being named a Blue Ribbon School under the federal No Child Left Behind Act. Brandywine School Superintendent Dr. Jim Scanlon says the recognition is a credit to the school and its staff and hopes to see similar performances in his other buildings too.
They really have organized a pretty good team. Kids are together, parents are involved, and it takes everybody to make it happen. So it's a credit to the school, and we're trying to replicate that across the school district as well.
Principal Peter Barry says he and his staff represent just one part of the equation in his students' success.
We stress that all the time, that we need to work together as a partnership with the school, the community, and the home, and that's one of the keys to our success, that we have a great partnership with all of those, and that's how we are able to be so successful.
Barry says the school worked to raise test scores through a combination of a positive school climate based on mutual respect and instruction designed to meet each student's needs. Reporting from Lancashire Elementary, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The Eagles literally throwing away. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
When it comes to flooring, great style doesn't have to be expensive, especially when you shop at Carpet One Floor & Home. Our 1,000-store buying power gives you the best prices on hardwood, carpet, tile, laminate, and more, including brands you'll find exclusively at Carpet One Floor & Home, like Liz Claiborne Home, Good Housekeeping with Resista, and Lee's, all with guaranteed installation and no payments for 1 year. See how easy it is to find your perfect style. Shop in store, online, or in-home, only at Carpet One Floor & Home.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, A.J. Feely threw 4 interceptions, including one at the goal line in the final minute of play, as the Seattle Seahawks hung on to beat the Eagles 28-24. 3 of Feely's interceptions, including the game clincher, were by linebacker Lofa Tatupo, who set up the Seahawks' first 2 touchdowns with picks. The loss drops the Eagles to 5-7 with 4 games remaining. They'll host the Giants on Sunday. The University of Delaware football team is still waiting to leave Iowa. The Blue Hens were hoping to fly back to Delaware after their 39-27 playoff win over Northern Iowa on Saturday, but the storm that hit the Midwest on the weekend delayed their flight. They're now not expected to fly out of Iowa until 9 o'clock this morning. As a result of their delay getting back to Delaware, the NCAA has changed their game with Southern Illinois from the Friday night semifinal to Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. in Carbondale, Illinois. And the Delaware men's basketball team gets an early start on the CAA season tonight when it hosts Towson at the Bob. Delaware has lost its first 4 games, including Friday night to previously winless Iona. The Tigers are 3-3, game time 7 o'clock at the Bob. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: clouds and a passing shower, giving way to some sunshine later on today. Windy, a high 49. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 26. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, a high 40, with some snow in the forecast for Wednesday. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 a.m. And get WDEL News text alerts sent to your cell phone. Sign up here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.